Breaking news. The Bills have signed edge rusher Leonard Floyd to a one-year deal, reportedly worth up to $9 million. As Bills fans, we should tip our caps to general manager Brandon Beane, because Floyd is a bona fide starter who has racked up 182 pressures, which is 10th overall, 33 sacks, which is 9th overall, and 58 QB hits, which is ranked 16th overall among all defensive linemen and linebackers, with at least 1,000 defensive snaps over the last 3 seasons. The former 9th overall pick is a long, athletic, flexible chess piece that Sean McDermott is going to love to have on his defense. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get to the film, but before we do, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and make sure to leave us a comment after this analysis. Let's go. Let's start out with his ability to avoid blocks. Sometimes he does it with his feet, sometimes with his long arms. Here, he uses his feet, avoids the block coming across the formation right here. This guy is coming across on a sift block. He darts inside that blocker and goes and gets the ball. Does a great job of that in the run game. You can see it here against the screen. The Niners are in an empty set. He's essentially an off-the-ball linebacker in space. Look at the movement skills. He gets one-on-one with George Kittle. Watch him play outside in, eyes on the ball, disengage from that block, and go get Christian McCaffrey. Great work versus a very good blocker, one of the best blocking tight ends in the game. Another play where he avoids the block here and defeats it. Great read off the bat. These guys are all blocking down, so he has to pinch and tighten the edge here. Here come the pullers and leaders on this play. It's like a counter tray type run. Watch him use his hands to avoid and defeat this block right there. Look at the length he uses here. He has 33 and 1/8 inch arm length, and he uses it in the run and pass game here. He avoids that block, strings this play wide, does not stay blocked, disengages, and goes and makes the tackle. This guy's a stud. He's going to be essentially a starter for at least the first half of the year with Miller out. He's a legit starter in the league. He's just so good at using his hands to defeat blocks, to disengage from blocks, to destruct blocks. You can see that here. Sets the edge with his length. Doesn't let that guy latch on. Consistently is hand fighting with tight ends and tackles, setting that edge, and then making the tackle with his teammate Nick Scott. Once again, does not stay blocked. Takes the fight to the offensive players. Here comes a block across the formation. Watch him ricochet off of that with his long arms and go and find the ball. Just great work here, working outside in, disengaging from the blocks, ricocheting off the block, and making the tackle. Another example here versus the Saints, setting the edge. Look at long arms, great hand placement, consistent hand fighting, tracking the ball. That ball bounces outside because Aaron Donald makes Kamara bounce it. He's right there to help make the tackle. Another good run play versus the Cardinals. You see that down block again at the point of attack. Here come the two pullers and leaders. Leverage, length, setting that edge, not staying blocked, throwing guys by, and going to make the tackle. I mean, there are just so many textbook clips of him versus the run. Here he takes the fight to the tight end. Long arms, again, disengaging. You can see he's always lifting arms, chopping arms down, disengaging, and then when the running back commits, he goes and makes the tackle. Good play here versus the Packers. Once again, setting the edge, moving those feet. And as soon as the running back commits inside on this zone run, throws that tight end by and goes and makes the tackle. Just great work versus this zone run. Setting the edge, forcing that bang cut inside, and being there for the tackle. Here's a nice play versus the Raiders. Once again, stepping right into that tight end, taking the fight to him. Look at the pads and the body just get blown back from Floyd on this play. And then the running back commits, and guess what? Floyd is there. He plays with great length, but also very good leverage. Like you saw in that Saints game, once again, setting the edge here with his long arms, tracking the ball, waiting for the running back to commit to where he wants to go. And once he does, he goes and makes the tackle. Love this play versus the Niners. Floyd versus Kittle. Great hand placement, eyes on the ball. To pitch out wide, you could see his eyes are inside, his hands are inside the frame, and then he's moving his feet laterally. Look at that. Waiting for that running back to commit. He sees that running back commit inside, he disengages from Kittle, and he goes and makes a tackle. Some textbook stuff from him against the run. I mean, he's going to be such an asset on early downs, let alone the pass rush downs that we're going to get to. I mean, he can do this type of stuff versus some of the best tight ends and tackles in the league. On to some of the pass rush skills that he presents as a 6'6" defender. Very good burst off the snap, and I love how he changes his speed. It's almost wide receiver like. Some hezzy rushes. He changes his speed, his angles, his approach, which in turn forces offensive linemen to do the same. And when you do that to offensive linemen, when you make them think you're going to go outside, but go inside, or fake inside, then go outside, it gets them to stop their feet and shoot their hands. And he does a great job of doing that routinely against opposing offensive linemen. Watch the burst on this play versus a really good right tackle in Abe Lucas of the Seahawks. Wide alignment, times the snap beautifully. I mean, look how far up the field he is before Lucas can even get his hands on Floyd. And by that time, he's already won that half-man relationship. But then watch the special ankle flexion and bend right here to turn the corner. Right there. Look at him step down. Look at that ankle flexion. An ability to turn that corner with a guy leaning on him. But it doesn't end there. Look at the change of direction. He immediately retraces up the pocket to where Geno's stepping up to go get a hit on the quarterback. Like, this is special. These are special traits. The burst, acceleration, beating the hands of the offensive lineman, that bend and ankle flexion, forget about it. And then the hit on the quarterback as he retraces up the pocket, just beautiful stuff from the pass rusher. Watch from the end zone angle. Great timing. Again, beats the hands. Gets under the pads and then turn the corner. There's the ankle flexion. Look at that. Turns that corner. I mean, look at the rotation on that ankle and the stress that you see. That's really good flexibility to turn that corner and then go get a hit on Geno Smith. Here's another play where he turns the corner on another good right tackle in Mike McGlinchey. Wide alignment. Nice burst up the field. Look at him turn that corner. Wins that half-man relationship. Turns the corner. And then bends and flattens to bring down the quarterback. Here it is from the end zone angle. Great jump. Look how far this tackle has to travel to cut off the line of Floyd. Floyd beats him up the field, opens that guy right up, rips through the block and hands of McGlinchey, bends and flattens for the sack. But you got to have a changeup, right? As soon as that tackle realizes, okay, I need to get out wide versus a speed rush, you got to have a changeup move. You got to be able to come inside. Speed to power here initially. The tackle tries dropping his pads. Floyd is like water on this play, throws him by, takes the inside line, ricochets off that block, and goes and gets the ball. Great processing by Floyd on this play. He sees that Taysom Hill is trying to throw the quick game. He's setting up in the pocket. So he goes from speed to power, makes that tackle think he's going to go right through him. But he uses that power buildup, that speed ramp, to disengage from that tackle, take an inside line to bring Hill down for the sack. Similar play here, play action pass versus the Chargers. He reads this beautifully. The tackle is trying to jump set him out wide. Look at his eyes. His eyes are right inside right here as these guys are trying to sell the run. He knows it's not a run. He senses it. He hears it. Change of direction and burst creates that disruption on this play. Again, great read and processing. And then that twitch, you see, he's still got it. He's still super disruptive. And the Bills are hoping that he can do this on a consistent basis next season. Here's a play that combines the flexibility and that change of direction to disrupt Tom Brady on a twist. Something, once again, the Bills, especially the second wave of pass rushers, Epinesa, Basham, they just don't have this type of change of direction or flexibility. And no, the Bills don't have Aaron Donald to run these twists with, but I want you to watch the flexibility and ground that Floyd can cover as Donald is eating up two of these blockers right there. You can see him read it and then loop inside. But I want you to watch how much space and ground he covers laterally down the line of scrimmage right here. And then right there, you can see he avoids the blocker, Mason, the right guard, right there with that lateral step. Look at the ground right there he covers from left foot. 1, 2, right there. And then he gets low, dips under the hand. And then, like, once again, look at that ankle flexion. So he can use it out wide. He can also use it inside on these twists right into the face of Tom Brady. This is just remarkable stuff. The ability to run stunts in games with a guy like this is something that the Bills really don't have from that position aside from Von Miller. And as I said earlier, Von Miller is going to be missing a good chunk of the season. The amount of green that Floyd can cover on these stunts in games, it's going to be a game changer. It's going to routinely get the quarterback off the spot. Talk about flexibility. I mean, watch this play. It's a play action pass versus the Saints. You see Floyd read it. Here comes a blocker across the formation. There's no way this SIF block's going to pick up Floyd. But watch the change of direction once again. Look how low he is. Dips under that block. But then the quarterback, Dalton, does a good job of setting up in the pocket. And once again, watch the ankle flexion and the change of direction, how efficient and how quickly he's able to do it as Dalton slides to his left. Just amazing stuff. An amazing display of change of direction, twitch, and flexibility. And going and getting the quarterback as he looks to escape. This type of athleticism is going to be an asset for Sean McDermott and the Bills defense. Hopefully you guys got a good look at Floyd and the reasons why Brandon Beane signed him and why it's a great signing. He's going to be a legit chess piece, a legit starter for a good chunk of the season. Hopefully we get to see these skills and traits on full display week in and week out as the Bills look to make a championship run. I am Erik Turner, owner of Cover One, host of the Film Room. Thanks for tuning into this Film Room feature, and please, please, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment. Until our next Film Room session, go Bills.